Hello dear students, this is lecture number 4 under the title Projectile Motion. In this session, we are again with certain numericals. Very first numerical is this one. In this numerical, basically, this AB is a tower and a projectile is projected from point O with velocity of projection u making angle theta with the horizontal, and this projectile just clears the top of this tower AB, top of this tower. This projectile just clears this top and strike the ground at point C such that the distance OB is small a and distance BC is small b. We need to find height h of this tower AB. That means we need to find h. Okay dear, you have been given theta, u, a and b. With the help of this information, we need to find height h of the tower. Okay dear? Okay. This numerical can be solved with the help of two methods. Okay dear? So I am going to discuss the two methods side by side. Okay dear? So method 1. Method 1. Let us discuss method 1 first. So what to do? We know the equation of projectile is y equal to x tan theta minus gx square upon 2u square cos square theta. Okay dear? And also we know range is what? Range of projectile is, that means O to C, that means A plus B. So we know range is given by formula u square by g sine 2 theta. This is the range, and here range, this R is equal to basically A plus B. Range is from O to C. So OC is basically sum total of A plus B. Okay dear? So here this equation can be rearranged such that just have a common x tan theta. So you will find 1 minus gx square upon 2u square cos square theta into x tan theta. Okay dear? Or this can be written as x tan theta 1 minus gx square. So 1x and here 1x will cancel, so 1x will be there, gx. It is not a gx square, it is only gx. Okay dear? And this is 2u square cos square theta, and this tan theta can be written as sin theta upon cos theta. So what will be final step? This is x tan theta and 1 minus, you can write here x upon, and this cos will cancel, 1 cos theta will be there. So this is basically u square, and this 2 is here, sin theta into cos theta, sin theta and into cos theta. This 2 into sin theta into cos theta will give you sin 2 theta, and here 1g is also gx basically. So y equals to x tan theta 1 minus x upon u square upon g into sine 2 theta. Okay dear. So this term u square upon g sine 2 theta, u square upon g sine 2 theta, that means this term is equals to r. So what you can write here, y equals to x tan theta 1 minus x upon r. Basically this is standard result also. You should remember this result directly. Okay dear. So important result here. So finally we are finding this result, y equal to x tan theta 1 minus x upon r. Okay dear. So I am just rubbing out all these parts. So final result is here final result is this one, that is y equals to x tan theta 1 minus x upon r. Okay dear, this is final result. And what is x? X is the horizontal distance along x axis. Okay dear. So if we apply this equation in this situation, then definitely x is equals to a and r is range, that is O to C distance, and O to C is basically a plus b. So put it down, y equals to x means what? X means a tan theta 1 and x means again a and r means a plus b. So what is final result? What is final result? And what is y here? Basically if we consider here origin and this is x axis and this is y axis, suppose this is y axis and this line OC is x axis. So for point A, what is its coordinate? This is basically x equal to a and y equal to h. For this point A, if you apply this equation, then you must put x equal to a and y equal to h. So if you are just putting the values, then you must put y equal to h here. So you will find the value of h in this way, that is a tan theta and a plus b minus a upon a plus b, which will ultimately give you h equal to a tan theta b upon a plus b. So this is the value of h and this is your final answer also. Okay dear. You can write h equal to a tan theta into b upon a plus b, or you can write this, just take this a here. So this can also be written as h equal to tan theta and multiplied by ab upon a plus b. Okay dear. So this is the final result for h. So this is the final answer. Note it down please. Okay dear. I am moving forward for method number 2. So for method number 2, we need to just split this value of u. U is this velocity and this is angle theta, and just split these two, this value of u along x-axis and y-axis. So this will be u cos theta, and here it is u sin theta. Okay dear. So likewise, in our earlier steps, in earlier classes, we will consider motion of this projectile along x-axis and y-axis separately. Okay dear. So for let us suppose time taken by the projectile to move from O to A is suppose t. So in this time t second, the projectile has traveled a distance along x-axis and h distance along y-axis. If t means 10 seconds, then in 10 seconds the projectile has covered the distance AO, and along x-axis its distance is a, and along y-axis its distance is h. Okay dear. Let us also suppose that its time of flight is capital T. Capital T is time of flight. Time of flight means total time of projectile to move from O to C. Okay dear. So for horizontal motion, what you can write? For horizontal motion, what you can write? This velocity will remain constant because no force is acting along x-axis. So what you can write? This distance a equal to the value of speed or the magnitude of velocity into time. Time is small t second. So this distance OB can be written as magnitude of velocity into small time t. Okay dear. So OB is basically small a and velocity is u cos theta and time is t second. So you can write t equals to a upon u cos theta. Okay dear. So you have one result here, small t equal to a upon u cos theta. Okay dear. Just note it down. So I am just writing here, we have finally t equal to a upon u cos theta. This is our result from this equation. Okay dear. So finally, also you can write, if the total time of flight is capital T, then what you can write? In the same pattern, you can write u cos theta is the constant velocity along x-axis and total range is a plus b and total time is this. So total distance OC can be written as magnitude of velocity multiplied by time. So OC is a plus b and velocity is u cos theta into t. Okay dear. So what you can write here? You can write the value of t also, a plus b equals to u cos theta, and for this t you can write 2u sin theta upon g. 2u sin theta upon g. Time of flight, formula for time of flight is 2u sin theta upon g. Okay dear. So we have just put the formula for capital T. So finally what you are getting from here is basically a plus b equals to u into 2 into sin theta sin theta into cos theta upon g. Okay dear, sin theta into cos theta upon g. So this is basically u and u square. So u square equal to this one, and ultimately you can write u square equal to a plus b into g upon 2 into sin theta into cos theta. This is the value of u, that is a plus b into g upon 2 times sin theta into cos theta. Okay dear. So I am writing this result also here. This is basically u square equals to a plus b into g upon 2 times sin theta into cos theta. So this is the result for u square. Now let us move for further steps. For vertical motion, for vertical motion, what can you write? For vertical motion, responsible velocity is u sin theta, and total height gained is equal to small h, and one retardation is acting, that is acceleration opposite to u sin theta is basically g, and you can put minus g also because it is acting vertically downward opposite to the upward velocity, that is opposite to u sin theta. Okay dear. So you know the displacement, it has in small time t, in time small t, the displacement is h, that means you know s also, and what you know acceleration also minus g, and you know initial velocity also, that is u. With the help of these formulas, what will you find? Definitely it is s equal to ut plus half a t square, or s means h here, so u means basically u means u sin theta, u sin theta into t, this is plus half, a means minus g, and this is t square. So finally what will you get? This is basically u sin theta, and you just put the value of small t here, which is this one. So value of small t is a upon u cos theta, and this is plus minus minus, okay dear, and half into g into t square, means again you just put the value of t, then t square will be a square upon u square cos square theta. Okay dear. So what will you find from here? You can cancel out this u and u, and finally you will find h equal to a sin theta upon cos theta, a sin theta upon cos theta, just I am writing this, a sin theta upon cos theta, and this is minus sign, and this is ga square, and this is u square, and finally we have result h equal to a sin theta upon cos theta minus g time a square upon 2 u square cos square theta. Okay dear. So you can write this value of u square here. So finally what you can write, h equal to a sin theta upon cos theta minus ga square upon 2 u square means a plus b into g upon 2 times sin theta into cos theta and 1 cos square also here, cos square theta. Okay dear. So this cos square will cancel, 1 cos theta will be there, and this 2 cancel, this g and j also cancel. So finally h equal to, this is a sin y cos, you can write tan theta, minus here a square is there upon a plus b, and this sin theta will go up and this will be sin theta upon, this is cos theta, so this will also become tan theta. That means you can just have a common of a tan theta, a, and this is tan theta. So finally h equal to a tan theta 1 minus 1a will be there, tan theta will go out, so this is a plus b, or finally h equal to a tan theta, and this is a plus b minus a upon a plus b. So this minus a plus a will cancel out. Finally h equal to a and b, so this is ab upon a plus b tan theta. This is the expression for height of the tower, that is h, and this is same as in method 1. Okay dear. So this is your final answer. This is your final answer. Just note it down.